Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome to another proudly ignorant world tour. It's the Peony World. We're back to the Peony World for the 200-day Peony World tour. This is the world that I named after this patch of peonies over here because I liked it a lot. It didn't. Some of the terrain was a bit elevated. It wasn't all flat like this, but I basically replant the flowers on the same spot where they originally were. You know, when I'm flattening out the terrain. So these are still the original spots of the peonies. I feel like that's important to say. So yeah, back to this place. I basically, after I died in the generic world, I went back to this world. And this is what I built. I built this basically built a larger starter house. This was the original starter house, and I'm not going to go into it. I covered it extensively in the first 100-day world tour, so please check that one out if you're interested to find out about all about this. It's really a very small house for how long I spent talking about it, but I thought it was pretty important, to talk and to go into detail. So there was that. There was that. And then the cow farm and the sheep farm basically didn't really change. There's more cows now, a few more cows, and it's kind of like the one this is the least crowded cow farm that I've had so far, considering the number of the biggest cow farm. So they have plenty of room, and I think I have 16 cows in here, and there's still plenty of space in here. So I really do really like how that turned out, and I ended up utilizing them. I definitely got all my cow skins already gathered, I guess, for the bookshelves. You can see the bookshelves through the windows. So anyways, back to I gotta actually talk about this space. So I spent a lot of time flattening the space out. Like, I spent like 40 days, the first 40 days of the 200 days, of the 100 days, the second 100, I just flattened this space out because basically the way that I select the locations for my builds is I like to build things over cave entrances or over like these big holes in the ground. So over here, this hole used to be bigger. It took me a long time to figure out what the heck to do with this terrain. It was actually a pretty challenging terrain to work with the building style that I have in mind. So I do have further plans for this. Oh, this hole is going to expand. Here, let me just go in free cam mode real quick to show you guys what's going on down here. This is going to get all carved down, and it's just going to become a big hole. And then over here, there's going to be I'm thinking of having either cows or pigs or sheep or some kind of farm. Make a farm down here. It would be really funny. It would be hilarious to have cows hanging out down in this hole, and then I want to carve out a window over here. I kind of wanted to save that for the last bits of the tour, though. I'm not sure why I'm going into this now. Well, I guess because it's right in front of me. I got to this big hole before I even got to the house, because it's like the first thing on the way to the house, right? So I had to talk about that. But so yeah, I spent like 40 days or so just flattening the stuff out. I got like the full chest of dirt and cobble over here with the sheeps, with the pink sheep. I got these are just full of dirt. Well, this one's almost full, and then oh wait, where's my? Oh, there it is, and there's the cobblestone. I guess there's not. I've had more cobble than this. That's not like. That's not a ton of cobble. That's only like half a chest full of cobble. That's not all that much. So, hi, chicken. So yeah, if you guys missed it from the first world tour, one of the really cool things about this world is that it had two pink sheep, two naturally spawning pink sheep, close to near the spawn point. One of them was like on that side of the donut. Yeah, we're on a giant donut, guys. One of them was on the other side of the donut, where those jungle trees are, and another one was actually. Like on this side, not on the donut. It's like if you're interested in actually checking out the seed, let me know if you want the seed. I'll share the seed with you guys if you guys ask for it. There's the other pink sheep was down here, was on this side of the donut. It was like down at the bottom of this donut, on the down at the bottom level of this savanna biome. I gotta go in now to sleep. Well, I could just sleep outside. I have this bed over here, this beautiful red bed that's exactly for this occasion. If it's getting dark and I'm still kind of hanging out outside, so yeah, I can just sleep here for this night. Sure. Okay. So let's actually go into the house. This is essentially I built a second starter house, which is typical for me for the second 100 days. I basically just continue building. I still don't. I mean, I'm still just wearing iron armor. Don't really have a whole lot of resources. I still don't have any diamonds. Still haven't gotten to the Nether. But anyways, here's the second house that I built, and I had plans for a third one. I really got to save that for the last part of the tour. Future plans. Let me just show the house to you guys first. So this is what I ended up with, and it is called the Skylight House, and you'll see why. You'll see why. I have the date as a day 200. It was actually just before day 200. It wasn't exactly day 200 that I finished this. It was like day 195 or something. But I didn't put the sign up right away, so I wasn't sure exactly what day I finished it, and I didn't want to guess. So I just put 200 days on the sign because I know that it happened, you know, right before the 200-day world tour, so I decided that's better than just guessing. So this is, I'm very happy with how it turned out. Basically, on the first floor, there's just this one room with a bunch of chests, and it's all the glass and stuff. And I built it over a drop, another hole that was a little smaller than this hole. This hole used to be bigger. This hole extended out into this space. I basically covered it up over on this side. I covered it up with dirt, but I wanted it flat. I wanted the flat space to extend out to this pathway over here, which separates one map area from another map area. Like if you were to make maps, there would be, so the house actually gets split by the maps, which I generally try to avoid, but sometimes it's just unavoidable, and you kind of you have to at least make it so that it's definitively on both of the maps. So like I don't like it when there's just a sliver of it left, you know, on the other side of the map. But this is acceptable to me, and I like it how the path kind of goes underneath this section of the house. And I got to preserve the flower patch over here. I had to move some of the flowers around so they're not all of them are in the same location. I feel like that's very important for some reason. OCD. So this space also, there used to be a land bridge over here, but since I flattened this entire space out to this level, the land bridge also had to go because it was higher up. This, you know, this used to be covered by dirt, and the land bridge was basically, you know, since I had to flatten it down, I had to destroy the land bridge. So there's kind of just this big rift now between this area and like the rest of the donut, which I haven't really done much with. So this house sits over a cave entrance, a drop. It's not quite a cave entrance. It's like a drop. Let's just go in now. It's time to go in. Here we go. Finally going in. And this is what we get. And it's not like a huge drop. I've definitely seen even larger drops, like even more distant drops that go all the way into deep slate. So this is kind of still, it's a pretty shallow drop, but still it was big, and it was just big enough that it was a good, I thought it was a great idea to build the house on top of it and have the light going all the way through the house and down into the cave underneath. And we'll go down into the cave. So the cave is completely lit up now. It's a pretty big cave. I might do something with the cave. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the cave yet, but it's I want to utilize the space for something, perhaps an art museum or something. I'm not sure. So on this level, on this first floor, I just have storage chests. They're just for dropping things off, I guess. I haven't really utilized. I'm only using this storage chest and like this my drops chest, and then that's it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, everything else. Oh, I got some more cobble, and everything else is basically, these are all empty because I haven't spent a whole lot of time yet in this house. A bunch of the my materials, I haven't really moved everything out of the first house either. So anyways, let's just move up. Let's go up to the second floor. Let me show you guys the second floor. This is the main level, and this is where I sleep, and where the bookshelves are for the enchanting set. I still don't have an enchanting table because I still don't have diamonds. I still don't have haven't gotten to that part of the game yet, but I'm ready for diamonds. I have the cave that this big hole leads down into. The big cave, remember there's like a little pillar, the little cobblestone pillar there, that marks the entrance to the big cave, as I call it. The very aptly named big cave that's underneath, that does go down to the deep slate level. But I haven't actually explored that cave at all yet. I haven't done anything in the deep slate level. But let me talk a little bit about the space. I'm very very happy with how this space turned out. It feels very refreshing in here. It feels big, feels roomy, and there's fresh air. It feels very fresh since there's these big openings on the sides. This is very common for me for my builds. I like doing these kinds of openings. I like having these kinds of the roofs, the slanted roofs, and then I like having my glass ceilings, and I like these big openings. If I do have the slanted roofs, I make these big openings along the sides with fence, and I'm very happy with how that ends up working out. It just feels fresh in here. Like there's like the entire space is basically an indoor-outdoor kind of space, and it feels liberating. So I love to just hang out here. You can hang out here very safely at night. I mean, skeletons can reach you. They can shoot arrows at you over here. And when that happens, you can open this gate and like go out here and like shoot them back. Or you could just just go to the other side basically, and where they can't reach you, and then they'll just get disappointed, discouraged, and then they'll just walk away. And then you can go back to that side again. And then you can. I still got some mobs. I got some sheep over here hanging out in the flat space. You could just be over here. This is a great spot for just mob watching. Just watch the creepers at night and the archers and the zombies hanging out at night. And it's not all completely lit up, so things still spawn in some places around here. See how tall the fence post over here is? That's how tall the hill over here used to be. I used to have that. It's this tall because I basically just as I carved the hill down layer by layer, I added fence posts underneath it, and that's why that one is so tall. So yeah, that goes to show how much I flattened out. I'm very fond of flattening space. I love to flatten space in Minecraft. It's like literally my favorite thing to do in Minecraft. This stuff is hard. The building stuff, that's not my favorite thing to do because it's hard. It takes a lot to actually think it through. I take a lot of time thinking about how to build this stuff because I'm very particular about how I want things done, how I want things to look in the end. I stick to my architectural style of these large windows where you can just hang out in any one of these buildings and just windows and just watch the sunset and the moon rise on this side. So yeah, it's a great spot to just hang out in. And then I have you can go up further. You can go up further onto the roof, onto the rooftop patio, and then there's like a few more chests up here. They're still completely empty. They're just decorative for now. But I'm thinking this is probably the chest that I'm gonna store the fancy stuff in. Perhaps I'm not sure. Not sure what I'm gonna use this chest. It just looked like a good space for some chests, so I put up some chests up here. And yeah, you can walk across the glass floor out to here and be even more elevated and even more refreshed. And then out here it actually rains. You're subjected to the elements. Oh wait a minute, it doesn't rain because we're in the savannah. Never mind, it doesn't. It never rains over here. Yeah. I guess I'm not sure if that's an advantage, a plus side. I kind of like the rain, but it does get excessive. But I still kind of like it. It makes it because I like how cozy it feels to be inside when it doesn't rain. But out here in the savannah, it's dry. It never rains, so it's never really an issue. I can just hang out here all the time and never get wet. All right, so there's that. That's basically it. That's all there is to this roof. It's just another really nice hangout. You can walk down all the way through all of these glass floors. It's like four glass floors. We still haven't gotten to the top tier. There's still one more layer to go. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go up all the way to the top now, and I guess I can hang out here a little bit as we can watch the sunset from up here, from up on top of the mountain. I do have the chimney going on. It does have the furnaces are kind of connected, are like next to the chimney. They're not like right underneath it, but they're still like connected. So it still makes sense that the smoke goes all the way through this pillar and out and out the top. So it makes sense. And yeah, up here is another just this basically the topmost observation deck where you have a great view of the entire donut. I'm basically going to be stuck on this donut for a few more 100 days. I'm thinking I have plans for the next 300 days. There's still all right. I guess I can move on to talking about plans now. For next, because that basically concludes the tour of this house that this secondary starter house. It's bigger. The first one was really just tiny. I wanted to see how small of a house I can build. that would be sufficient, that would be basically have everything I needed in it for a starter house. And this is what I ended up with. Please check out the first world, the 100-day world tour, if you want more detail about how this came to be. So I don't want to talk about this farm too. I built all of this in the first 100 days. The second 100 days was I just flattened out space, and then I built the second house, and that's all I managed to do in the second 100 days. This farm ended up being very useful. This little farm, it's kind of a temporary farm. I'm not sure if I'm actually keeping it here. I might. It's kind of cute. And I don't really have. Initially, when I was building this building, I initially had plans for a third building, for another building that's kind of right next to it. That would be like right here in this space, right next to the hole. Because I thought it would be cool once this hole becomes a legitimate hole, a real hole. Like this needs to be carved out. I haven't got to that. That's next. And then I thought it'd be really cool if the wall of a building, if it kind of looked like the wall came straight through down into the hole. But since then, I kind of changed my mind about that. I don't think that it would make sense. I think that if I were to build another building up here, it would kind of obstruct the view of this big plane. It would kind of be. I don't think it would look right. I don't think it would turn out right. I think it seemed good in theory, but now that I'm visualizing it a little more, I don't think it's actually a good idea to build another building right here. So I kind of want this. I like this, just having this flat space and just this open space out here. See here you can watch. You can hang out here and watch the skeletons from inside the house. It's fun. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I do have plans to kind of do more work on this down here. I want this space to even be further down. I want a big window over here. I'm going to build a big window over here so that the cows, there's going to be a cow farm over here, and the cows will be able to look outside, look through this window into the great outdoors. So they're not going to be entirely closed in, and they're going to have air coming in from the top too into the hole. I think it's a great idea. And then over here, I want a to build like a porch over here in front of the window. Oh wait, it's going to be down all the way over here on this tier. And then this space over here, I'm just going to fill this in with dirt. I thought long about this space. I don't think it's good for anything. I think it's sometimes I end up I don't use the caves. If I can't figure out a good way to build something on top of it or into it, build something into it, I just fill them in with dirt. Just so that you can't even see them when you clip through the ground. I have been clipping through the ground with this build. I've kind of already breached that. Sometimes I like to avoid doing that for the first 100 days or so, but then I kind of cave into it when it comes to actually having to figure out how things line up with the stuff underneath. I end up doing this. And it's a pretty neat perspective. Here you can kind of plan out. See, you can see how close this space is to this space. The idea basically is I want to have like another glass floor layer over here, and then basically have a tunnel going out here. So I'll have the cows walking around here and going out into here too, and be hanging out underneath my house. I think that'll be fun. And in the basement, there isn't really. The plan is for the basement, I want to build a farm down here. I kind of want to convert this into farming area, so that it still gets some sunlight, some natural sunlight from all the way at the skylight. That the reason it's called the Skylight House is because there's this massive skylight going all the way down into the caves. And these caves aren't very big. I completely cleared them. They're not huge, but they are substantial. I'm not gonna fly around the caves. There's not much to see here. There's not much there. I haven't developed them or anything. So that's basically all I have to tell you guys about this. I planted a few more peonies. See, it rains on that side of the donut, but not on this side. This is the dry side of the donut, and that's the wet side of the donut where it does rain. It's kind of hilarious. I love it how Minecraft does this. There's this. It creates these these rain boundaries, but that's basically it. I'm going to continue playing in this world towards day 300. The next step is I want some diamonds. I want like a good bunch of diamonds, because I want to. In this stage of the game, it's time to start enchanting. I want enchanted diamond armor. And yeah, I want like half a stack of diamonds. So that's gonna be a major challenge to actually, go down into the deeper caves and survive those. And that's the next step. So I very well might die. I still haven't died yet in this world. I'm still genuine hardcore mode. To 200 days now in real hardcore mode. That's what I got. I might die before day 300. My next world tour in this world, I might have already died now. Just like in the generic world, I died right before day 300 in the generic world, and that's why I ended up switching over to this one. I wanted to see if I can get a little further in hardcore mode in another world. So that's why I switched over, and probably I'll make it to day. Hopefully, I'll get to day 300 in hardcore mode in this world, and that'll be a personal record for me. I still haven't. I died at day 295 or 296, I think, in the generic world. So I still haven't made it to day 300. Maybe in this world I will. Maybe. Although it's gonna be a challenge. So that's basically it. I covered it. There wasn't really a whole lot to go over. I mean, probably a little more than the tiny house I had in the last tour, and I made that tour like almost an hour long. Yeah, I go on for way too long on these tours, but I kind of like doing this. This is my style. All right. I hope. I think it's like a long format tour. It's barely anything to show, but I just fill up like a whole half an hour, just yapping. This is how I roll, guys. What can I say? So yeah, and it's time for the outro music. I gotta wrap it up now. That's all for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I planted a few more peonies. The plan is to plant lots of peonies all around the donut because this world is called the Peony World. So I want a lot more peonies, but I haven't really gotten to that yet. So that's to come. This entire donut is just gonna be covered with peonies all the way around the donut. I have more plans for the other side of the donut. So basically, I have plans for like. I'll probably end up spending like 2,000 days in the long run, just hanging out in the starter area around this donut. Oh yeah, I have skeleton horses now. They got stuck. Like 2 of them got stuck on this side of the hill. Where are they? Oh no, did they disappear somehow? I hope I didn't lose them. I know I have at least one that didn't get stuck, that's like hanging out over here somewhere. Where is he? Where is the skeleton? Okay, I don't know where they went. I had skeleton horses. I should have saved them. I guess I should have like saved them in some enclosure or something. What happened to them? I hope they didn't all just despawn on me. I thought they don't despawn. I don't know. I hope they're still around. It kind of sucks if they despawn. I wanted to show them to you guys. It's weird that they disappeared. That sucks. Is that him? No, that's just a regular horse. Alright, well, I'm not gonna spend time in this world tour trying to find the skeleton horses. They disappeared. That sucks. Oh well. Oh well. So, yeah, the Peony World, it's gonna be covered with peonies. It's kind of a cursed name. Maybe people didn't... The first tour barely... The 100-day Peony World tour got barely any traction. Nobody watched it. Very few people watched it. Like, over 100 views, I guess that counts. But, a lot fewer than the generic World Tour. And I don't know, maybe people didn't think that Peony World was a very good name. Maybe it's kind of a cursed name. It's like named after a flower. It's kind of like a cursed named flower because it has the word P in it. Maybe people were just subconsciously didn't find that to be very appealing on a subconscious level and didn't click on it or something. But I very lovingly called it the Peony World. I like the peonies. They need some love. So I'm keeping the name, and I'm gonna cover the entire donut in peonies. That's the plan. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next tour once I get to 300 days. There's a couple of more worlds that I have that are that one is at 200 days, one at 400 days. I want to show those to you guys too. So there's a couple more tours before the 300-day Peony World Tour might drop, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. That's all unnecessary information. I really gotta just stop talking now and end the freaking tour and call it a day. So I hope you guys liked this. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know if you like the architectural style. If this is perhaps this will inspire somebody to build something to like these architectural elements. I don't really see this a lot in other people's builds. But this is kind of the way that I build all of my, like all of my buildings end up being kind of like this, where I have these massive windows and the massive glass ceilings, glass floors, glass ceilings, and the element of building things on top of natural cave entrances. That way, it kind of you enable the terrain. It's like I call it a terrain-driven building style. And that's about it. I said everything I wanted to say. I gotta stop talking now. Thank you guys for checking this out, for giving this giving this a watch. And with the passing of the train, I gotta stop now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Shadilay, my fellas. Shadilay.